Drugs shall set you free. Part 2. So, you're getting used to your lifestyle of living free. Doing what you want. Do what I want. But you do have like 5 very heavy bags that you're packing around with you on a everyday basis. And of course, you're too hyped up to really care about the walking around, and it don't phase you. You're getting a lot of exercise. Probably hard on the heart, but you know. It's a cold day. Packing on all this stuff. You know, because you got to take everything with you. You got to take, you know, your sketch pad, your paints, your nails, your pencils, your paint markers, your flashlights, your tools, whatever. Whatever you deem to be important to you. Because if you stash it somewhere, you're having to accept the fact that it might not be there when you get back. And that's something you gotta accept if you're gonna stash. Because there's people that will take your shit if they find it. It's a great day for them when they find some cool stuff, you know. Well, it's cold. Just walking along. Really need some gloves. Another day. Out of drugs. It's a shitty day. Find a half cigarette on the ground. Damn. That's some good shit right there. If you find a half cigarette on the ground, you're going to definitely smoke that motherfucker. Another thing. A lot of times you're depending on people to throw their cigarettes on the ground to support your habit, because you're not going to be able to buy them like you used to. So anyway, I come across Stephen McTheven, and he says, hey, you want to go chill at my spot? I'm like, you got a spot? He's like, yeah, want to go? I'm like, yeah, let's go. So I follow him, and I'm expecting to go to a bando or a patch of the woods or something, you know. And he brings me this apartment. I'm like, you got an apartment? He's like, yeah, I'm renting a room from this chick. I'm like, oh, okay. Hell yeah. So we go into this place, and it's always kind of, you know, a little awkward if you don't know who's living there, you know what I'm saying? You completely ignore the young mother and the children, or you'd be like, hey, how are you? You know, it's whatever. But you're making a beeline for that fucking room, for sure. I guess, Stephen McTheven rented the room for $250 a day from Sandra Squawk Stuff. She's on a slippery slope to being childless, but hey, that's none of my business. Walk in the room, you can tell it used to be a child's bedroom. There's a little toddler bed and a dresser and, you know, random ass children's stuff. But anyway, then you got on the other corner, other side of the room, it's all Stephen's belongings and dumpster treasures and whatever, you know, whatever. None of my business. I'm just there to paint my nails. What? So, yeah. 3 hours later, I wake up to fake nails being painted to the, or being glued to the sides of my fingers. Paint, nail polish paint all over me, all over my, I mean, I was just stroking paint all over my hands. I guess I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck did I just do to myself? Yeah. Moral of the story is, you tend to fall asleep in random ass places, random ass times. Because when you come down, you just can't stay awake any longer, and a lot of times you don't realize it until you're gone. You know, and it can put you in some bad situations, especially if it's like the cops waking you up. I mean, you done face planted into a picnic table, and they got to make sure you're still alive. You know, you get startled like, yeah, I was just tired. You know, they know. You know what I mean? They've seen you enough. They know what the fuck. You don't like talking to cops? Well, fuck. They're gonna know you by your first name, and they're gonna run your name every time they see you. Go into a store, sit down to find something in your bag, and just doze off. I mean, it just happens that quick. You got store managers surrounding you, saying, "Get out of our store," you know, or you go and visit a friend in the hospital, and you're not feeling good. You ain't got nothing. You know what I mean? You ain't feeling good. You probably got a cold. I don't know. But you're not. You just. And so you crawl into the hospital bed with him. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I've come to visit you. And then all of a sudden, you've done scooched him out of his bed. He's now sitting in the recliner. You don't know how long you've been asleep, but you have a security guard saying, "You can't live here." Wake up startled, like, what the fuck? Some situations that are entirely possible, and some I've experienced myself. It's it's a rough way to go. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Stay tuned. Peace out.